Hello class and greetings. This is going to be the lab number 3 for CIS 4670 part 2. So last time we left off after completing step number 4, task number 4, configuring the firewall on Windows Server 2019. So this time we're going to go ahead and get started by bringing up our Fedora server, because we have to do some iptables work there. Our AlienVault appliance, power that on. Okay, and our Kali toolkit. Now I also need to bring up my Windows Server 2019 so it can find, the AlienVault server can find all that and capture it. Now, if you have to go through this one at a time and just have the AlienVault server and the Windows server collect information, drop the Windows server, bring up the Fedora server, do that work, that's perfectly fine. I have a pretty beefy PC here at home that I have like 24 gigs of RAM on, and a pretty decent processor. It can run through all of this pretty fast, so I'm at an advantage. I'm also going to bring up my Kali toolkit because we're going to be using it a little bit later on as well. Okay, so we'll just get logged into all of these boxes. Check them as they are coming up. Right, our Fedora box is up. Our Windows box is trying to come up here. Let's send it to Control Delete. And I hope I remember what I logged into with the we'll come back to that. Okay, sorry about that. I had to go back and look up what my password was for each of these because I had not remembered from previously. It's not too good, but I do have it all figured out here for the rest of the session. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to configure iptables on the Fedora box. Alright, so if the Fedora box, if you set it up without iptables, I did set mine up with iptables, so it is running. There's a good how-to if you just type in Fedora iptables. The very first are configuring iptables Fedora. I'll show you what I did here. Configuring iptables Fedora. I went in here, and this is a nice little how-to on everything. So if you bring up your Fedora box, and I'm logged into it already, and if I just type in iptables dash it, capital L, alright, wow, there's everything. If you can't scroll back up, you can do the same command again and pipe it, pipe space more, and it will page through everything. So you can see here my input chain is policy is to accept everything from anywhere to anywhere, etc. And with this, the task is saying, hey, allow all web traffic from the internet, all secure web traffic from the internet, SMB traffic from any host on the 192.168.10 network, and SFTP SSH, which is port 22, traffic from the network as well, and then show a screenshot of it. So it's pretty simple to do. What you want to do here is we just want to go into the chain in Fedora server. Alright, or we can go into any one of the other chains. This has got SE Linux installed on it. So what we're going to do is just a really simple appending the rule of the input chain. And I'm going to show you right here, this input chain here. Alright, with the command iptables -a input -p TCP oops, dport 80 -j space accept. Oops, I missed a key there, didn't hit TCP. There we go. So that's port 80, and you can hit the up arrow again and change that 80 to, say, 443. Okay, and we also need to do SMB, but we need to do SMB from the specific network. So iptables -a input -p TCP. So we have to do something else here. If you want to do that, you can look at the help file of the man page. All right, and okay, so that's all. The insert is a -i. And here's your options. Protocol, source, or -s, address and mask. So that's what we're going to do. So source, source, or -s. So if we take this TCP and we do source 192.168.10.0/24, and the D port is going to be 445, which is SMB. There you go. So that's what you do for the source. And last but not least, you got to do the same thing, but this time the D port is going to be 22 for SSH and SFTP. Yeah, simple as that. Now if we do a iptables -l, there's all of our stuff right there. There's all of our accepts. Okay. All right. But looky here. We have a drop that's before those accepts, so that's not going to work. So we need to change that towards the end. accept a drop. So that should do it, and that should put the drop at the end. Yep, right there. Boom. So that's where we have to get that done. So the CS state is invalid. That's fine, but we have a drop here at the end, which is what we want. So that is that. And so we can also remove, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could remove line 5 and put it at the end. So let me get that. So to remove, delete a rule is a -D, and it's going to be line 5. So the thing I want though is I want to look at that beforehand and kind of make note of it. So the C state invalid, we want to drop that, but the drop all will drop anything as well. So we could take out line 5 just by doing iptables -D, capital D. The input chain 5, and I'll take it out. And you see it's gone. So now we have our drop at the end, and this is what you're looking for from a screenshot perspective. There you go. Get your timestamp. Edit. Copy. So this is all of number 4. Excuse me, number 5. So 5 dot. Control D. Boom. There you go. Right, and on to number 6. Number 6. Number 6. So we need to run through the setup wizard on AlienVault, provide the results in a screenshot from the asset discovery and log collections. So that is not too hard. We did that originally, so as long as we have AlienVault up and running, which we do, I'm on the web interface, and that's just the https :// and the IP address. It'll ask you for your username and password. That's the user you created at startup. Here's the dashboard. All right, so I can look at environment, assets, and groups. All right, there's all my assets. There's my Linux box. There's my XP box. My Windows boxes, my AlienVault boxes. All right, so I haven't deployed anything, and it's okay. You don't need to deploy it. You're just looking for an asset inventory for number 6. So that asset discovery and any logs collections that you're monitoring. So for number 6, we're basically looking for that assets page. All right, and then any type. Now I haven't been running this, so I'm not seeing anything, but your raw logs should come up. All right, here if you go to analysis and logs, it's going to show you your raw logs. All right, so if I hit the features, for example, that's a glitch. security events. Here we go. So here's also the log for it's called security events. So in the last hour, you're only gonna have some lows at this point in time. So I need to get a screenshot of your asset and groups. Alright, put that in. So there's going to be 2 screenshots for number 6. And then the analysis security events. Right there, that looks good. Alright. Done. Page break there for number 7. Which will be our last screenshot. Screenshots. Excuse me. So, with this, the last thing we have to do for number 7. Number 8, you're on your own. But we need to generate some traffic to the host or another outside device. Alright, I say that's why I brought my Kali up. And I'm going to do an nmap scan, and I'm going to find some alarms on these things. So we're going to see if anything happens. So what I'm going to do is I need to make a note of my IP addresses of my boxes. I had those earlier, but I can get them again here real quick. Alright, get my Kali box spun up. Right. Yeah, I know my pre-make trial expired. I don't care. You. Alright, so I'm .200. So I'm going to do this really like fast. I'm going to be really noisy. And I'm going to go to my Fedora box. I think my Fedora box is 210. Yeah, 210. So 200 and 210. Thought that was the case. Alright, so go to my Kali box. And all I'm going to do here is basically run nmap. Information gathering. Alright, let's do it nmap dash verbose. Boom, do that. I also want to bring up a brute force. Alright, so that was really fast. And I'm going to do 210 as well. for a brute force tool. We do Hydra, TTK. Let's see, so let me go back and look at my, what do I have on 200 I can brute? Do I have anything on 200 I can brute? Not really. I could try to brute force port 22 on 210. So I can, let's see here, single target. And show temps, bows, passwords, username. We're just going to do root. Password list. Let's find a password list, file system. I think there's a good one in share, user share, word lists, and I'll just use the run Wi-Fi comma.txt. You can use any list that you want to, though. Okay, tuning. It's fine. I'm not. Like I said, I'm gonna be really kind of noisy. So they do want you to number tasks to 1. Timeout. We can make it timeout like really stupid fast. Do 15 seconds. And try again. Well, you can also just try to do a manual attempt. So password, just give it any old password, like ABC123. Don't actually log into it because you want to it to fail. So this is just a showing a brute force. This is old fashioned. I'm just going to try to be hacky. All right. Like I said, just do that like 2 or 3 times and try to get the AlienVault to see if it'll work or not. And we'll call it a day there and go back and look at logs. Okay, so let's go back to Fedora. So your logs that you want to look at, if you want to see if somebody is looking at trying to brute force you, manual way to do that is to go into Etsy. SSH. There we go. Okay. So those are all your keys and pubs and your config. Second, I think it's a little bit different on this distribution. Okay, should be var cd whack var cd var logs log, and then var log messages. Cat messages. Oh my gosh. That's like forever. You can grep this. So this is going to go all the way back. But it is April 25th. So here, hey, looky there. Crypto key user. So if I find these entries that have user auth, all right, this is like the last thing I did, so it's easy to find. There's my account root, SSH, host name, and then you see the failed at the very end there. It's kind of hard with my cursor. That's what I'm looking for. Failed. So get a capture of that. Yeah. Edit, copy. That's var log messages. On Windows, if we do that, we can do that a couple different ways. So we already are here. The administrator account will not lock out. So I just do this twice. Hopefully I won't screw up the second time. And then switch user. Let's do that. Let's try a different user. Other user. I'm just going to call admin. We'll try Joe. Alright, and then we'll go back and log in correctly. Alright, and let's go look at the logs. Okay, so for this, we need to go to Event Viewer. That's where our logs are. So just hit the Windows key, type in event viewer will pop up. You can expand this out a little bit. Okay. Alright, and then under Windows logs, under your security logs, there you go. All these audit success. Oh, look at that audit failure. Let's get the timestamp right here. So I got about 9:25. Yep, 9:24. There's my audit failure. Details. It's on fake domain. See, Joe? Give me a screenshot of that. I only need one. got to know where to find these logs, ladies and gentlemen, because if you ever have to do an audit and find where somebody's brute attacking you, brute forcing you, you need that. There we go. And then I think last but not least for number 7. Oops. They wanted us to look and see what, if anything, was caught by the SIEM. So let's go back to the SIEM. There we go. Up. Log back in. Right. We have some alerts here. Let's go into that. And there's the timestamp on that. There it is, 21, 20, 21, 25. So that's where we tried to log in. Right, all those different times. That didn't go over very well. So I picked up, I don't think it's monitoring the Windows box that well, but doing that brute force on the SSH on the Fedora server, that will suffice. So that was under analysis. I'm sorry, that was on the dashboard. On the dashboard overview. Alright, and then there's authentication as well. That's just the AlienVault, and that's not that big of a deal. So we got under alerts. Nice, just hid stuff. Now let's go with the simple one there for access. All right, and you can get that. Okay. You can probably also get this from the reports. Either one is fine. The dashboard will be just fine. So okay. So I'll be fine with just giving me the dashboard, the current dashboard. Let's get that. Shows everything. And then for number 8, all you have to do is write me a little reflection. So, well, we did the dashboard already, didn't we? Oh, I guess we're not going to do the dashboard. I guess we want to do the go into the dashboard, then go into the authentication or access, and give me a screenshot of that. Sorry about that. Sorry about the confusion, guys. There we go. That is actually your raw log. Copy. And paste. There we go. And then number 8 is on you folks. That is just your reflection on the lab. Okay? All right. provide a brief summary, 1 to 3 paragraphs, as a reflection, what you learn, provide a synopsis of what you learned, the experience, etc. How's this going to help you in your career? And then once you're done, save this and upload it to Blackboard, and you're done. That's Lab 3. So if you have questions, feel free to email me. I think this is part 2 of the lab. I will get this posted on YouTube, actually, where you're viewing it right now. So that's it for this time. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you around.